Your blessing, come on, we're going to another level. You gotta declare it, your mind and strength tonight, come on. Let me hear you say, don't stop reaching, come on. Don't stop reaching. Come on. Going to another level. You better not stop pressing. Ow. For your blessing. Come on. Going to another level. What you say, so what you say now? Like this, come on. Oh, come on, come on.
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
PD. It was productive. It was exciting. We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom. So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna call them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness just doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn, we're about to grow, we're about to make history. And then, mark my word, it's gonna be other school districts, other places around it that's gonna be doing this thing. We're gonna be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Come on in and hit that share button and let me know where you're coming from. Good morning, everyone. This is Sean Hurt with my Saturday morning podcast. And this morning, it is another heavy hitter. We're going to talk about ensuring that teachers don't run out of gas. So come on in and hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. I'm Sean Hurt. At 10 o'clock, we got Create and Educate. At 10:30, at 11 o'clock, we got Principal Kafele, and then on Sunday we got Josh Tarver. So come on in, hit that share button. I need every administrator, every teacher. This is a hot topic. So give me about 2 minutes as I get all my Facebook friends and all of my people out there that's gonna come on in and share with me. So give me a few seconds as I get everybody in. And I am excited. I'm excited. I got some information to share. I got so much just to talk about. So I want to make sure I get everybody in. So just give me a few seconds and get a pencil paper out. Yes. This is going to be a good one on this morning. It's going to be a good one. If you are a teacher, educator, and you say, all right, Hurt, why are you talking about this? This is the time. This is the time that we got people run out of gas. Yes. So just give me a few more seconds as I get all my folks in. All right. I'm excited about this one. This is going to be a good one as I share out. I got to get everybody in here. You say, Hurt, what is this going to be about? It's going to be a good one on this morning. So let me make sure I get all of my Twitter people in. So I got to make sure my Twitter, I'm working like 3 different computers, phones everywhere. Just, yeah, I got to do what I got to do. So we're excited about that. And yep. I think we're all about set. I think we're all about set. Do go ahead and do me a yes, Principal Faley. My beard is coming in. I'm trying to grow it out. Sometimes the wife be like, "Hey, cut it off," but hey, it's cold out there, so hey, I gotta keep it going. Yes. So, all right. Yep. Hold on, give me 1 second. Get all my people in. So I want to say good morning, everybody. Good morning, Create and Educate. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. It's always good seeing you. Good morning, Dr. Stacy Ann. Good morning, Tammy Taylor. Good morning, Miss Melissa. I cannot wait to hear you on Principal Gafele's podcast at 11. I know you're going to bring it. I'm excited about that. Good morning to Miss Farmer. Good morning, Miss Davis. Good morning to you. Thank you from Vegas. I appreciate the love. It's a 2-hour difference, so I know that you getting up extra early really warms my heart. So thank you very much for participating. Once again, good morning, Principal Gafele. Good morning, Ms. Smith. So let's go ahead and jump in it. Once again, this morning we're going to talk about ensuring that teachers don't run out of gas. So this is a very important topic for me because this is the time where teachers, November, with 3 months in, and now teachers are going to be throwing in the towel. So we don't want teachers to throw in the towel. We don't want teachers to quit. We want to make sure that we just, have a nice remainder of the school year. And as a principal for over 18 years, I knew that this was the time I had to really get my team together, get everybody focused, get everybody ready to go, because this is the stretch run. So now I'm going to give some strategies. But before I get into my 4 strategies, I want to talk about my week. This week, it was fabulous. I have to brag about it. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina on Thursday, and I was at Newell Elementary School. And I've been talking about the school. I've been talking about Dr. Oglesby for the last 2 years. She was the principal whose school in Charlotte, North Carolina made tremendous growth, improved a couple of grade levels, made the news because of the growth, the whole 9 yards. But on Thursday, I spent the whole day at the school. Got there at 9 o'clock to leave to about 2:30. Went in the 21 classrooms, spent about 10 minutes in each classroom looking at instruction, walked through the halls. And let me tell you this, I put a post called, "If Heaven Had a School, It Would Be Like This." I put a post this morning. I was just so blown away regarding the level of instruction, the teachers is focused. The school is just is an excellent school, one of the best schools I've ever been to regarding looking at instruction. Dr. Oglesby has taken her school to the next level. Well, what you mean by that? Tell me some of the things that is different from the school, Newell Elementary School, and some of the other schools that you have visited. The first thing is that they have systems in place all across the board. When you go into the class, when you go into her school, you know exactly what the school is focused on. They have data in the hallways. They have standards. Every hallway has the bulletin boards. You got first grade, second grade hallways with bulletin boards that's decorated with student work that's updated. They have data walls in the hallway. They have systems that the kids can see on how to conduct themselves. Now, this is only in a hallway. Going into the classrooms, every classroom is aligned. You're talking about teachers keeping the kids engaged. I went into 21 classrooms. In every classroom, they had about 23, 24 students in the classroom. In every classroom, the kids were engaged. They were working on something. The I can statements, the objective that was on the board, the teachers was teaching exactly what the objectives were saying. And then when you ask the kids, what are you learning? The kids in the 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd, kindergarten, whatever that is, was able to tell me what they were learning. And then when you looked at the quality of work, it was excellent. And then on top of that, On top of that, I know everyone's gonna love this. On top of that, their school is what 80% African American, 20% Latino. The books that they was reading during ELA was books that looked like the students. Well, what you mean by that? They were culturally responsive books. So the books that they were reading, that they had in the kids that they were reading, looked like themselves. Man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I went back and had an hour a recap with Principal Dr. Osby. I said, Dr. Osby, you are going to another. I see why your school jumped up 2 grades. I see why. It was just phenomenal. So I would say, listen, schools, it could be done. You're talking about close to what, 600 kids after school, K through 5th grade in the city, kids coming in with deficits. Oh, also their intervention. They had a room where they had a pull-out room where they had some intervention, when they had like 6 interventionists working in one room, and they're working on reading strategies. It blew my mind. So not only did they have the push-in model where everybody pushed in, but they had all of the interventions in one room. So think about a classroom. You got 6 interventions, and then you got two kids with one intervention just working on reading strategies. So now within 1 hour, you have at least what close to 20 kids being touched by experts in reading. And then if you do that for 2 hours, you got 40 kids. So once again, I just got to say that excellent. So big shout out to Dr. Oglesby and the team. I put pictures up on my Facebook page. Make sure you kind of take a look at that. The next thing is that make sure that on social media you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you look at some of the posts. People are asking questions. Mr. Hurt, I need to know information about classroom management. How do I work with first-year teachers? How do I use data to drive the instruction? How do I become an instructional leader? I have all that information on my Facebook page, on my LinkedIn page. Just take a look at it and share it with your team. And also with that, on my YouTube page, I have videos galore regarding what you need. Over 45 videos, close to 1,000 hours of content on the educational practices. So make sure you go ahead and jump on that. So all right, I'm about to get started. So this morning I'm gonna talk about ensuring that teachers don't run out of gas. This is so important because now the first 2 months everybody's motivated. In August and September, October, everyone's motivated. Everybody's hyped up. Those classrooms are fresh, everything. But now we're in the thick of things. Now we're in the thick of things where now teachers for the last 21, 22 years I've seen said, no one, I'm tired. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not seeing the results that I'm trying to see. My first parent-teacher conference, I didn't get all of the parents to come in. You know, homework, kids aren't turning their homework. Kids was misbehaving in the classroom. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm ready just to give it up because I don't have strategies. It's getting hard. So now I'm talking to all of the administrators. These are the four things that you can do to motivate your staff, to keep them going and keep them pumped up, keep them fired up, keep them doing what they should be doing, okay? So the first one is this. Write it down. The first one is that we must use teachers' time effectively. Leaders must become adapt and measure their own stamina as well as the stamina of the teachers and the other staff members. As an administrator, you can reduce the burden on staff. Follow me. You can reduce the burden on staff by monitoring the time spent working on initiatives and in meetings. What you mean by that? Sum that up, Hurt. Sum that up. What's happening is this, is that teachers need more time to plan. Teachers need more time to reflect. Teachers need more time just to be in their classroom and just to think about their pedagogy. So what we have to start doing, administrators, is this. We have to go ahead and quit having all of these meetings just to meet. Quit having all of these things and allow the teachers to use their time effectively. It's just like a car. If you keep on going down the street 100 miles per hour, eventually you will need to put gas in the car first, and then you will need an oil change. So when is the time that you're going to give the teachers an oil change and put gas in the teachers in the engine if we keep on driving a car 100 miles per hour down the road? Think about it like that. Teachers, and we call it burnt out, but teachers are tired because they don't have time effectively. I speak to teachers all of the time. And one thing that they say is, Hurt, if I had time during the day just to relax and reflect, if I had time just to make sure I got my room together, then I wouldn't be so burnt out. So how are we using our time effectively as an administrator, listening to meetings? I had to learn that about my third year, November. The teachers was tired. And then I said, know what? Let's quit having this extra staff meeting because we want to have it. I'm gonna cut that back and give you guys 50 minutes of time. Now, also the PLCs, instead of having it every week, let's have it every 2 weeks and give you another 50 minutes of time. So I put things as the administrator, you have the autonomy to be able to do that. So now as an administrator, you must look at your staff and say, all right, is my staff running out of gas? Do my staff need an oil change? Do my staff need their brakes changed? And we know good and well it's November, holiday season, everybody is amped up. How do I give time effectively back to my staff? All right. Yes. That's so important. That is so important. Number two. And then I see I have somebody from Nigeria on, and I have somebody from Africa on. So hey, listen, salute to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is big. Number two, as an administrator, this is the good time. Learn to listen. And I'm gonna say that again. As an administrator, learn to listen. When you listen to your staff, you will know how much energy that they have in the gas tank. One thing I did was this, is that I would go to my administrative team, because I met with them once a week, my 5 people, and I would gauge, I would say, listen, administrative team, what are the people saying? Of course, I'm the principal, so when I speak to Ms. Smith in the 3rd grade or the 8th grade, she's going to say everything is fine because I'm her administrator. Of course, she's not going to say I'm tired or anything like that. That's just human nature. When I was a teacher, I sucked it up. My principal said, "Her, all right, how you feeling?" Man, I'm good. Knowing deep down inside, I needed to have more gas in my tank. But I didn't say that because I didn't want to come across as that. So now what I had to do, I had to go to my administrative team. I said, hey, tell me what is the staff saying? How did the staff feel? Now I knew because I'm monitoring, I'm listening, but I needed to get confirmation from people that's in the trenches, my admin team. And they would say, Hurt, know what? You know what? They tired. We need to have some type of something good to get them pumped up. So next staff meeting, instead of going over data, let's just have them just share and talk. Let's watch a movie. You know, on Friday, you know, this is what I would do. I would go around and get ice cream and give ice cream out to my teachers. Little things like that. I listened to my teachers. And then I was very transparent. I told them, I said, teachers, I know that you're running out of gas. I know it. So we're going to go ahead and lessen the load. So now you can be able to refill on your, refill your gas tank. I listen to the teachers. So now when you're walking in the hallways and having informational conversations, you will understand what those around you need and how much gas that they have left in the gas tank. You're listening. And I know I got some 1st or 2nd year principals or just principals in general. As you're walking around, as you're engaging, having those conversations, you are listening to the teachers. You are listening to the teachers. I see Mr. Dorinda says, share, talk, and watch a movie. Yes. Great gas fillers. Yes. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much because what you're trying to do is that it's not how fast as you run. You want to make sure everybody goes and finishes at the finish line at the end of the race. The end of the race is going to be May and June. We're in November. It's just like a race. You don't want no one stopping in the middle of the track. They tired. They walking the track. You want them running at a good pace. We call it the track stars. You don't want that when that monkey jumps on your back. This is the monkey, because you're running fast. Now monkey come. Now you start running slow, and then you pass out. When that monkey come, we gotta, as administrators, understand, how do I help them fill the gas tank? This is why this is so important. I wish I had 1 million educators on here, because on Monday, you're going to see your teachers tired, or when we come back from the Thanksgiving break. So what strategies, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. What strategies can I give to educators, so on Monday, when they come back, they can say, all right, this will work. This will work. I have Miss Melissa. She says having the ability to just listen is an important skill to develop. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is why I love my educational family. This is why I love the hundreds and hundreds of educators and teachers that tune to me every Saturday. We call this a POC, because we learn from one another. We learn from one another. That's why Dr. Oglesby went to her school on Thursday. I've been working with her school for 2 years. The things that we share, we do, she's implementing that. That's why she has 80% of her staff that returned from the previous year. That's why her report card grade jumped up two grades. That's why the news came to her school a couple of months ago saying that she has some of the highest growth in the North Carolina area. Strategies like this, because like I always say, principals, assistant principals, coaches, you cannot teach 800 kids at one time. I tell my teachers, I cannot have 500 kids in the gym at one time. I need my 35 teachers. But if I'm wearing them out, if I'm knocking them upside the head, if I know that their tank is on E, they're going to quit. They're going to throw in the towel. They're not going to be as productive as they should be, because we're not filling up that gas tank. Stay with me. Hold on now. I got a lot of people sharing a comment. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. I need people to hit that share button, because we need this to be taken all over the world. Miss Deborah Howard, Miss Howard, she's in Ohio. Once again, the gift of time is meaningful support. You are so right. Miss Howard is another phenomenal educator out of Ohio. She's doing beautiful things. She understands the importance. I've been to her school many times. She has a gift for that. She understands. She watches her staff. She will have fun things. She's good with giving them little treats and stuff like that. I've seen her do it. I love it. And now by her doing that, the staff will say, you know what? My principal, my administrator cares about me. And then I will go that extra mile when I need to go that extra mile, because you're going to need them to go the extra mile when it's time to get ready for test time. You're going to need them to go the extra mile when you want that growth to take place. You're going to need that. You're putting deposits in the bank. So now when it's time to withdraw those deposits, come January and February, you're going to withdraw it, because that's middle of the year and you got tested. And then come April, May, you need another withdrawal. So put that deposits in now. Yes. Number 3, stay with me. I got 8 more minutes. I'm going slow because it's important. Number 3, communicate with intentions to your staff. Communicate with intentions to your staff. Now let me define staff. It's not only the teachers, it's your parapros, it's the people, it's your custodians, it's your administrative team, it's your secretaries, it's everybody in your building. That's your staff. We don't just do teachers. Custodians get tired. I would tell my custodian, hey, listen, we about to have a potluck on Friday. I want y'all to come down there and eat with the team. You're part of my team. Hey, you know what I was thinking about you, custodian? Listen, I got some ice cream in the refrigerator. Go ahead and grab you and your team a couple of popsicles. Just stuff like that, make them feel like they're part of it. So now, as I communicate, make your words count and be consistent. What we say has the ability to pick others up or bring them down. What we say, administrators, has the ability to pick up the 80 staff members that's in your building, to pick them up, for them to keep on running that race, or to bring them down. Think about the times when you had your boss that said something negative to you, how you shut down for the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks. Think about it. Think about when your supervisor says something, not encouraging words, that brought you down. But the flip side of this is that think about when your principal, and I'm gonna start naming names. Think about when the Miss Taylors and the Dr. Shika Houstons and the Principal Kafele's and the Principal Howards and the Principal Oglesby, all of these superstar educators, Principal Laws. Think about when all of these superstar educators said something that picked you up, that got you through for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Something like, man, that classroom that, I was in your classroom and those kids was engaged. Something small like that. Or, man, know what? You're doing a good job. I'm loving how you had those kids walking in the hall and they was peaceful. Encouraging words. 6th grade teachers. Oh my God, I'm seeing an increase in academic achievement from benchmark 1 to benchmark 2. Keep up the good work. Give them high fives in the staff meetings. Encouraging words. Those words will either add life or death to the situation. I need principals to start to add life to the situation. And then when you have to speak with somebody one-on-one, they know that it's coming out of a place of love and not because I don't like you. Once again, they know when I have to speak to you about, hey, you got to get that classroom a little bit better, classroom management, it's coming out of place of love instead of knocking them down. We always say in the classrooms, we need to do 4 to 1 for every one negative thing we say, not negative, but every one corrections, we got to have 4 positive reinforcements. The same way. And I had to realize that. I said, know what, man, if I want my teachers to run through this wall, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be encouraging. So what, you messed up? So what? I seen you mess up. So what? I encourage you to do that. You don't got to worry about me writing you up because you messed up in inside of a lesson. I'm not gonna be all like that. Keep doing what you're doing because I know that it came out of a place of love and you're trying to get better. A lot of times we do not communicate with intentions, and then when we communicate with our staff, the first thing that comes out of our mouth is something that is negative that will bring them down. I'm going to say this again. The first, you haven't talked to the staff in a week. You haven't talked to Ms. Williams in 3 days. The first thing that came out of your mouth as the administrator was something negative. We got to understand that. We got to understand that. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. Let me know if this is sounding good, because I don't want you just to listen to this podcast. I want you to take it with you tomorrow. Show your administrative team. These things will help. The last thing is this. The last thing is this. Please listen to this. The last thing is this. Love your staff unconditionally. Love. Love. Everybody write it inside of the chat. Put it in the chat. I want everybody to put it in the chat. Love. Put a heart. Put love. Put it in the chat. I want you to stop and put it in the chat. Put love. Love. Love your staff unconditionally. Put it in the chat, everybody. This is PLC. I want everybody to understand this. Love your staff unconditionally. Now, how does that mean by ensuring that teachers don't run out of gas? Real simple. You must invest on the social and emotional needs of your staff. A thank you note goes a long way. A fist bump. It is very important. Hey, how is your husband doing? How are your kids doing? I forget classroom. I just want to just ask you, how are you doing? How are you doing socially and emotionally? That is not what you say. It's spending time with. I know principals, you got 50 staff members, 60 staff. I know. But you got to put them investments in. They are human. Your teachers have kids. They're married. They're going through stuff at home. How are you doing? Know what I was thinking about you? Listen, my wife, I love my wife. She's good at this. Every time I was a principal of a building, she understood my staff. Like, I don't know how she got it. But when we will go out on the weekend, say like Saturday, we might go to the mall. We might do whatever. I'm going shopping with her. I don't want to go with my wife tomorrow, but okay, I'll go. I'll sit I'll sit in the lobby with my phone, mate, watch the football game. But she'll go shopping and she would say, "Know what? I bought this for your third grade teacher. Make sure you give this to her on Monday. Tell her it's from the Hertz." Now I'm so focused, I'm driven. It's hard, sometimes I'm just focused. But she had that side that she would say, "Get this to your fifth grade teacher. Tell her good job. Know what? My wife likes to cook. Know what? Send this peach cobbler to the custodians. Send these cookies to your secretary. Know what? I know your gym teacher like this." Send stuff like that. It helped me when it was time for me to push. They knew that I really cared about them. I love my staff. They would tell you, "I love my staff." Now, loving your staff doesn't mean that you don't got systems, that you're not pushing them, you're not doing all those things. They knew I did all those things, but they also knew that I loved them. So now, when it's time to go ahead and go to the next level, when it's time to take our school to the next level, that was in place. So I'm gonna stop right there. It is 10:30. I need everybody to go over to Create and Educate with Dr. Houston, and she could give me feedback. Let me know if this was good. I enjoyed myself. If you need me to come in and do professional development, that's what I do. Once again, Dr. Oglesby, I see you on here. Big shout out to you. Listen, if you are an educator and if you want to see one of the best schools, the best school in my opinion in North Carolina, check out Newell Elementary School. Dr. Oglesby, she's doing a tremendous job. Hats off. I was impressed. All right. I'll see everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see everybody next Saturday, same time, same place. Let's go over to Create and Educate. Give me love. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube page. And I'll see you next Saturday.